Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Orphanlast, aka Skylar Madison, and today we're going to be doing another Noblefrugal Studio collaboration video where I'm painting out this background, and a guy called Sebastian, who runs a channel on YouTube called Noblefrugal Studio, he's going to go ahead and grab hold of the finished product of this background when I'm finally finished with it, and he's going to go ahead and animate a complex animated scene using OpenToons. And he's got a good channel. Sebastian, Noblefrugal Studio, really good channel. It's oriented around OpenToons, so it's pretty similar to mine. If you guys would like to take a look at his channel, feel free to do so. A link will be supplied inside of the video description below. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So OpenToons 1.2.0 has just launched, and that's really exciting news. Now, last year, or pretty close to a year ago, they launched OpenToons 1.1.3, and on day one, I released a video called OpenToons 1.1.3 is here. And this is one of my most successful videos, and I was hoping to reproduce this same sort of success by basically posting of the video OpenToons 1.2.0 is here. And I'm still planning on posting that video, but I was hoping to do it on day one. And that wasn't really possible because of a number of reasons. Now, my perception is that when a new iteration of a program is released, the new features should be completely available, and if you don't want a particular feature, then you should go out of your way to find out how to turn it off. And it shouldn't be the other way around, where you download a brand new version of a program and the features are turned off, and then you have to kind of go out of your way to turn the features on. And that's the design of OpenToons 1.2.0. It's designed so that there are 3 to 4 different features, good features, that are not available until you unlock them. And the thing is that the help menu, the user manual for OpenToons is still Toons Harley Quinn, posted on an OpenToons user manual website. And it has not been updated. It does not have instructions on how to activate these features. And so the only way to do so, to figure out, okay, well, how do I open these features, is either by accident, by basically finding the Easter egg of unlocking the feature, or you basically have to go on to GitHub and read through massive blocks of text that deals with high-level conversations dealing with coding and just things that I just don't understand entirely. So my first experience with OpenToons 1.2.0 was very negative, just simply because here's all this stuff on the release notes that the program doesn't have, so I thought something was wrong with what they released. Not only that, I ran into this issue where if I had the brush tool selected and I used my stylus to zoom in, I have a button on my stylus, and when I press this button and move it across the graphics tablet, what happens is it zooms in. And then I let go, and then I resume. I immediately have the ability to resume using the same tool. So but with OpenToons 1.2.0, what happens is I press that button, and then I zoom in, and if I have the brush tool selected, I wind up zooming in and scribbling all over the viewer. And that's a pain in the butt. And then, I was like, well, okay, well, what happens when I have the selection tool selected? I zoom in and start selecting things. If I have the animate tool, I wind up creating keyframes, moving things around, animating things, just because I wanted to zoom in. So this is workflow breaking. And the reason for this is because there were efforts put into place to fix the graphics tablet, settings and everything inside of OpenTunes to make it so that Mac OS X users can actually use OpenTunes in a viable sort of way, because earlier they had this issue where they would hover their stylus over the graphics tablet, and just by hovering the stylus over the graphics tablet, the graphics tablet and OpenTunes would treat it as if the stylus was making contact with the tablet, and thus it would wind up making all these scribbles. So if you happen to have a Wacom tablet, you may be experiencing these issues, especially if you have a button on your stylus that is designated to shift and space. Okay, because that's the keyboard shortcut for the zoom tool inside of OpenTunes. And so currently I've been using OpenTunes 1.1.3 OTX. Recently they've Turtletooth has released a version of OTX that has every single feature that OpenTunes 1.2 has. Okay, so I'm using just, a slightly outdated version of OTX, I guess, where it's still 1.1.3, but it has all the same features except for the tablet fix, because that tablet fix caused problems for other people's tablets. I also mentioned this to Constantine, and Constantine has supplied me with a link that he told me only I can use, that I should not share with anybody else. But basically, it's a means for me to try out a few versions of OpenTunes 2.0 that are developer builds. So I'm not planning on sharing that, even though it may help some people, but I got strict instructions not to do so. So I'm sorry about that, but the main goal is to get me up and running so that I can continue pushing OpenTunes. And the thing is, OpenTunes is 2 years old. It's going on its second year, and you can expect that there's going to be a few little bumps along the road. OpenTunes is just experiencing a few growing pains, and these specific growing pains that have to do with the stylus and a few other little things here and there, there is going to come a point where OpenTunes is going to outgrow that. And so I'm really looking forward to that day, but right now it looks like I'm either stuck to a version of OTX until hopefully the Marevna version can fix it, or depending on if this developer's build is able to fix my issue. I don't know. We'll have to see. But as a result of all of this, I was hoping that this next OpenTunes video would be oriented around how to animate a presentation video. I was hoping that I'd be able to actually start from scratch with that series, because I only have one video out so far for it, and I'm actually unhappy with that video. And just the workflow that I was suggesting, it's too convoluted. There is an easier way to do it, and I didn't do it right. There was a number of things I did that was kind of stupid, such as I suggested, okay, well, let's at this point, you'd normally create a storyboard. And then I said, but I'm not going to do that because I'm a one-man band and I'm pretty confident with what I need to have done. I'm still confident with what I need to have done, but I should still write out a script, and then I should still go ahead and draw out a storyboard and everything like that. For me to say, okay, most people will do this, but I'm not going to do it, and then call it a tutorial, it's not really a tutorial. So yeah, that video does not meet my quality standards, and I'm going to start from scratch with that series. I am going to delete that video and all that. So I am sorry about that. You may feel as though I wasted your time a little bit, but in the long run, deleting that video will waste less people's time in the long run. So please just keep that in mind. But yeah, I was hoping that I'd be able to get a video out on the presentation video. But the problem is that since I've had so many problems with OpenTunes, I haven't really been quite confident that I'd be able to even do that. That this newest version would be able to do it. It will. It's just I need to get, OTX works, but it's not what I want, really, because it's running 100% on the RAM. And I don't have the best computer in the world, and having everything running on the RAM is just not ideal. So, yeah, hopefully I can get a better build of OpenTunes before I go ahead and resume that series. So that's the stumbling block where that is concerned. But instead of working on that video, what I've been working on is the next 51 animation challenge, which is a character thinking. Just animate a character thinking, and that's tough. It is tough, and I'm thinking that there's going to be some straight ahead animation here and there with it. I'm going to experiment with that a little bit. I got some pose-to-pose animation going on, and what I'm thinking about doing is just doing some straight-ahead animation from there, and hopefully that'll make it work. Now, I know that from my perception, I look over the list of videos that I have out, and there came a point where I made this realization where, okay, well, there came a point where my channel just seemed to become the head turn channel, where, hey, I'm animating a head turn, hey, I'm animating another head turn. That got annoying. And then I'm looking at it now, and what I see is my channel is becoming just the guy who animates people's faces doing stuff. And this 51 animation challenge, it's going to be the last one of those in a long while, where it's just a character's face making an expression, blinking, or whatever it is. Okay, so my channel is not just focused on how to animate a face. It's animated, like I'm I'm going to be focusing on other things pretty soon here, and I'm looking forward to that. Like the next challenge after this one is going to be animating flour sacks. Now that may not sound exciting. What's exciting about animating a flour sack? Well, if you treat it like a character, it walking around, having expression and stuff, it teaches you how to add gravity, how to add weight to a character. It teaches you how to actually animate a character, like animating a little flour sack walking, in a way, is a type of just, a character, a walk, like that's a walking cycle right there. And so it is kind of the first character that a lot of animators wind up actually animating, just simply because it's something simple to draw, and it's something that's easy to add expression to, and it teaches you how to add weight and balance to your character. And so, yeah, this is how the picture's turning out. I'm liking it a lot. There's a lot more work still left to do, but anyways. So that pretty much concludes it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, please like, share, and subscribe anyways. Have a great day.